And good evening. I'm your friend Scotty Ray as we track the weather for you this evening. And if this keeps going like it is, it's going to be a long day. We got several things that we're watching as we go to Meridian Honda radar. And let's start to the south of Meridian. First off, let's talk about a tornado warning that is happening due south of us right now. This is going to be near Seminary. And as we look at this, we just find out that a tree has fell on a vehicle at the intersection of Monroe Road and Moselle there in Seminary. That's Jones County is where that is, a tornado warning in effect this evening, and that's going to go until 7:15. So we have 45 minutes roughly remaining on this tornado warning, and what we want to pay attention to is just how close all of this is. Here's Laurel, Jones County. You get over here into Wayne County, and then there's Clark County, and this is moving to the northeast. So we start early to warn everybody that's in, especially where the tornado warning is now down in Jones and all, moving across Cemetery, and is it Seminary, Summerall, and these areas here towards the Meridian area. And when I say Meridian area, that will be your Jasper County area and Clark County area in our area where we all know and try to keep watch on. Now, we've got a lot of rain occurring around Ellisville, and we've got a little bit there on 84 in between just west of Waynesboro. Now, let's move up. We'll come back and check on this here in just a little bit as we see this. That coming in will be in Union and rainy in 28 minutes. We'll come back and check on this. Let's look at this. We've had a lot of activity around Jackson tonight. As a matter of fact, this is what has prompted this storm that moved through Jackson and moved through Morton, and now is right here in Leake as it makes its way into Neshoba County. We got several things going on here. Winston County. How many folks we got watching from Winston County tonight? You're also under a severe thunderstorm warning. All these are kind of popping off as a second round of this. A lot of rain in Kemper County. Let's get into this in Neshoba County and show you what we've got going on. This is going to be due south of Highway 16. This is headed toward Highway 16, just about a mile and a half west of Pearl River Resort is where this will end up being. As we look at this, passing through Laurel Hill within 10 minutes. At Madden now. We'll be at Hope Community in 18 minutes. Of course, here at Clark, that's where that robbery happened a few weeks ago, where they caught, if you know where I'm talking about. And this will reach Pearl River Community within 22 minutes. So everybody that's there at the reservation, y'all be ready. The storm is headed your way. Kind of button down the hatches. Now, this is a severe thunderstorm warning. I don't want that confused with a tornado warning. Thunderstorm, way different, but still with that, it packs a lot of wind. Very dangerous as it comes across, and it rattles things. Y'all know that. Can cause tree damage, all types of things, and a lot of wrecks happen within this. We want you to be aware and be prepared of this. Let's look exactly where we're at right now. As we zoom in on this, we look at Carthage right now. This is Highway 16 as this storm heads that way. We zoom in a little bit closer, Highway 487. If you're in that community, this is the hardest rain that we've got coming down right now in Leake County. Be extremely careful. Highway 488 as you get here in the curve. And this is going to go over 498, that junction of where it meets right into 427. Right there at that intersection of where it's going to come across. Y'all will feel the storm when it passes through. It's not really showing some shear winds on that at this point. Shear rate, they haven't rated that as we look at that. And again, heavy rain, that's heavy there. Now, in the southeastern corner of Neshoba County, there's not a warning, but it's still just as bad, just to the east of Union. If you're traveling north of Decatur on Highway 15 and you're headed toward the Union area, y'all be careful tonight. Highway 494, where all this reaches out, especially if you're going to be traveling 492 in between Union and back over to Highway 19 south. Look at what you're going to be going through. Now, as we look at this, let's turn on some locations and start naming some places that you realize. Now, here's Talbert Enterprises. This is going to be just due south of there. As you come out of Lauderdale County, cross that quickly Newton County line and back into Neshoba County, right here where you take Highway 491, which will lead you all the way to Highway 16. It's going to get very bad here on 491. The storm, as a matter of fact, is crossing 19, headed toward 491. A lot of rain on 491 right now. Two-lane highway, very curvy, be extremely careful. This reaches all the way in to Kemper County over to Damascus. This storm that is right on top of 19 right now will be at Damascus and Moscow within 18 minutes there at Damascus, and then we'll reach on over to Moscow within 26 minutes, and then our friends over at Cleveland, you will have this. And you'll see this route here. This is the way it's taken. Here's Highway 19 straight across here. Damascus there at the Volunteer Fire Department. Already raining extremely hard tonight. We move right out of Lauderdale County if you're going to be traveling 493 just north of the old telephone company, north of North Lauderdale Water Association there, right around the coal plant. Extremely heavy as you move eastward into Kemper County over to New Hope Volunteer Fire Department. Look at that rain that's there. Now, this is going to be due north of Blackwater Baptist Church as you go up through this. After you go past where the substation is on the right, and you get up into where Betty Lynn and all the Alst live, right along here. This is about where this storm is, crossing Highway 39 and right on across Highway 16 eventually over to where the landfill is. Now, we got rain just south of Scuba making its way towards 16. Already seen some out by where David Bryan and Jimmy Thomas live there on Highway 16, just east of Scuba, Giles area. We got a lot of rain there coming across these cornfields. I guess I need to back up and say it's more of pine fields now, isn't it? Pine tree fields. Changed since I was a kid. We look at 17 over here near the Kim Waste. We got a little bit of rain there, but we got heavy activity. No warning here yet. But it's some intense rain coming down for our friends there. Now, we follow this back down. Let's go down and take a look at Clark County. Let's go back and look at our tornado warning that we're watching very carefully here. As we come down, no major rain in Clark County right now. We move through Jasper County and we look at this, and we look at Clark County. A little bit of rain starting to show around Shibuda. There, we go south. We get on Highway 84 and go west of Waynesboro. You go to Laurel. You go just a few miles outside of town. This is just about 2 miles west of Jones Junior College where this tornado warning is. Will it be extended? We'll have to wait and see what the National Weather Service does for us. Watching in the background, let me go over here and take a look here and see, make sure the National Weather Service hasn't done anything new that I'm not aware of. Everything's still the same. Hail indicated Jones County. I'm getting Adams County down here, that area, starting to show a bunch of hail is what we're getting. A lot of mentions of that down in that area. Now, again, this is our tornado warning that we're watching here. We show that this storm is going to be at Seminary. There's a second leg of this that's going to come across at Seminary within 22 minutes. If you're watching south of here, Collins, Mississippi, y'all heads up. This is one of those, get to your safe place. If you're at Ellisville, anywhere around Laurel, I would go ahead and start taking precautions just in case this extends. Now, it's not there at Laurel yet. It's west of you, but better safe than sorry. Seminary is under the gun right now. Highway 49, anywhere in that area. Highway 589, Highway 11, all of that area under a tornado warning at this point. We want you safe. Get to your safe zones now in those areas. Let's back out and look at the rest of the state, what we have going on in this area here. We back out and let's look at the whole area here. Now, you see this? We look at this coming into the state. This is the extreme south, due south of Vicksburg. We follow the Mississippi River down. We have storms and thunderstorm warnings developing now. Can these make their way across here and head toward Lauderdale County? They absolutely can. We'll watch these very closely over the next little bit to see what happens as they develop. We've got a thunderstorm developing now around Jackson, Mississippi. Still keeping an eye out here. Ridgeland. Let's go here. This is going to cross 20. If you're going to be traveling in the Jackson area tonight as you come across 20, and this will cross there at the Stack at 220. I think we've all been through there at some point. A bunch of concrete, and that's what they call the Stack in Jackson, Mississippi. This storm will cross that area and make its way northeasterly across the Jackson area north of Flowood is what we'll have on this. This will be downtown Jackson in 11 minutes. We'll reach Flowood within 16 minutes in the Ridgeland, Madison area within a half an hour. It doesn't seem to have as much punch as these storms that have already passed through, but you never know. It can back build and be stronger than what we're thinking. Let's go back up here and look at Neshoba County. Now, this is right at the county line now. Got any folks watching from Neshoba County? Lightning starting again, Erica says. DeKalb, we're watching there. Windy, Newton County. Right now, Newton County, only in the northern portion of Newton County is it getting any rain there. The south end of it is fine. Let's zoom in on this. Let's look here. What we've got, this watch box has moved just a little bit east as we look at Leake County, which adjoins Neshoba County here. Here's Highway 16, Pearl River. It is headed in that direction. Let's zoom in where the storm is now, the eye of it. Highway 488 is what we're focusing on. Laurel Hill Road is in between these two roads out in the pine trees is where the storm is located. Now, it will move northeasterly, moving across here. Now, the probability of this turning into more than a thunderstorm is at a 2.7. So it's kind of low on that, but it does pack a lot of punch. It's got wind in with it, a lot of rain. This can snap limbs. It can knock out power there pretty easily. As we see this. Now, as we give the timeline of where this storm will be, this is going to be moving across and again reaching Pearl River within 15 minutes. So if you're there anywhere around the reservation where Pearl River Resort is, they're actually on the reservation. Y'all be ready. The storm is coming. It's going to pack a punch, bring a lot of rain across that area there at Arlington. You'll have this in 28 minutes. I'll let Marty know he's going to get wet up in that area there. Highway 19, as it crosses here, if you'll see that, here's Burnside. It will go just north of Burnside. Now, y'all will get rain. Y'all are included in this thunderstorm warning. And as we look at this, of the line of where this falls, it's going to be just north of the Neshoba County Fairgrounds. It's included in this warning. It will cut northeasterly of there and a few hundred feet just to the west of Marshall Ford. It will move northeasterly from there and right across the parking lot of the Neshoba County Coliseum and go up to the extreme eastern corner of the county at the Indian Mounds right there, and then jet back across and go back into Leake County. Bullseye right here if you're sitting at the Exxon in Edinburgh. If you're anywhere in that area, it's dumping rain. Two-lane road there, all of this area there. Very narrow road if you've ever traveled up through here. As you get on this, this is going to be Mars Hill Road. Narrow road as you go up through there. Been there many times, and I'm sure y'all have as well. We want you to be careful in those areas. Starting to show more thunderstorm activity. Kemper County. You've got 2 active storms in the county now with a third developing coming out of Union, and it will cross directly across the path right there where our friends are at Talbert Enterprises, cross Highway 491, and then toward the Cleveland area. Sitting right on top of the volunteer fire department in Damascus right now, we have a pretty good thunderstorm occurring. This will reach Damascus, what we call the center of it, within 2 minutes. Reach Moscow in 11 minutes, and Bloomfield within about 27 minutes is what we're looking at on that. Let's do a hard reboot. I like to make sure everything is as fresh as it can be as we follow these storms. And let's update, make sure we've got the absolute latest information that radar has to offer tonight. Let's back out and look at this of what we've got. Not a lot has changed. Heavy rain to the south of DeKalb and just east of Highway 39 as we look at this. All right. Now, we have not talked about what's going on up here. Now, this has moved a little bit. As we looked at the storms that are just west of Louisville, this area here just a little bit ago around Louisville was under a thunderstorm warning. That's moved a little bit. Atala County still under this warning as we see this, and that goes until 7 o'clock. This is Choctaw and also northeastern Atala counties, as you'll see this right there. Louisville, light rain, nothing bad there, and it'll be northwest of the jail of where the rain is. Ackerman, Sturgis, these areas are going to get this, followed by Stark Vegas. A little bit later, we'll get more of this rain. Let's move back down and check on this tornado warning that we have developing down here to the south of us, to the southwest of Quitman. And we look at this, the Laurel area, slowly moving. This is still under till 7:15. So we have exactly 29 minutes remaining on this tornado warning that is south of us, down in this area. Now, let's see what we have here. I think the only damage reports that we have, all right, we got in, they just canceled for Forest and Jefferson County, Lamar County, the tornado warning for there has been canceled for them. It's still going on right here in this area, though. As we look at that seminary. Tornado warning for Forest, Jefferson, yeah, that has been canceled there. Radar severe thunderstorm capable was located over Sanford, northwest of Hattiesburg. All right, well, that's good news. Let's do one more fresh reboot as we find out that that's been canceled. Still a lot of thunderstorm activity. As you'll see now, the red box has disappeared as they cancel that warning. That is good news for everybody that lives there. What does this mean for Shibuya, these areas here? We're going to be getting some rain there in the next little bit. Let me turn this back on here and let's see what we got going on here. Laurel. All right, that's to the west. We have narrowed this down here just west of Ellisville is what we've got. We do have this warning still remaining right here. And that's going to last until 7:15. They've canceled the rest of them and narrowed it down to 2 right here. As we'll look at there. All right, let's look where this storm is headed. Sand Hill, if you live in that area, in 23 minutes, it will be on top of you. And the Mount Zion area will make it there in half an hour. As we go over here just southwest of the seminary area here, we look as though this will be at Seminary in 13 minutes. Speedtown. I don't think I've ever been to Speedtown before. A lot of weather headed y'all's way. We'll be there in half an hour as we look at this. A lot of activity down in this area here, but still tornado warning here. Brookhaven. All right. We still got our warnings there as we look at, we've got weather developing here. We got some in Baton Rouge in these areas. And let's turn this on to where you can see exactly how this is, put this in motion to where you can see how these storms are moving tonight. As you'll see that, you see how these are moving here northeasterly, and that puts this dead on track to come right through the Clark County area and possibly southern Lauderdale County a little bit later on as we watch this move across on radar. A lot of rain there in Kemper County as well. We see that movement. Most of this, and as you'll see here, this pink shaded area, they've pretty much dropped the threat of tornado activity and put in this, this area that we've been watching with thunderstorm activity. Again, thunderstorms can be very dangerous as well. Not as dangerous as we all know as a tornado, but a thunderstorm warning can be, especially if you're driving on this. Limbs, hail, come with this. Jessica, appreciate you watching that from Jackson Road in Kemper County. She says a lot of heavy storms there on Old Jackson Road. Again, Tulane, if you've ever been through those areas. Rumbling there in Philadelphia, Terry Ray tells us. I'll be careful there. Sue Hemingway, how are you doing? She's my sweetheart. She's watching this afternoon from Decatur. Hope everything is fine at y'all's house. Hope Sandy cooked a big meal for y'all. She's been promising me for years. Let's go back up here and look at this. Let's go back into Kemper County because the intensity in Kemper County is heavy, as we see here, as we get these mentionings of Old Jackson Road and how heavy the rain is. We're keeping a close eye on this down here. I just got this in. Standing Pine, that's in Leake County. Here, Standing Pine. This is just to the west of Philadelphia. They canceled the warning there. They had half-dollar size hail. That was roughly 20 minutes ago. Walnut Grove, right here. This is that same storm. So if you live in Philadelphia, y'all be ready for this. We just got that in. That's a lot. Now let's go here and turn on some more gadgets so we can look at this of our hail of what we've got. Y'all see there, that's where that half-size dollar hail was just reported through Lena, Walnut Grove area. And we do have it showing up here in Neshoba County as well as we zoom in on this. This is Highway 488. Boy, the lightning we've got. Carolina Cemetery. As we look here, this is going to be County Road 123 is what we've got here in Neshoba County. But look at our lightning strikes that are happening. That was at 6:45, so that puts that at 6 minutes ago. 6:44, 6:42. Look at this. It's popping lightning all around y'all. Somewhere within the last 7 to 8 minutes, it was just one big loud pop. Y'all see how many come down out of this? But look at this. This is coming up on Highway 488 right there. Y'all see this New Bethel Church? This hail is just to the east of you. If you live here on County Road 320, 339, y'all be prepared. Hail is moving across your area as well and making its way eventually towards 16 if this holds together. Here's Highway 21. That hail is just to the west of you if you're watching there. Sandra, how are you? Miss Vicki Todd watching us, joining us there. Let's back out and see who else has been getting held. That's our heaviest that we've got, especially these reports that are rolling into Jackson now. Let's back down and look at this. DeKalb getting a lot of rain. This storm is going to be at Scuba in 17 minutes. So if you live at Scuba, anywhere around there, around the junior college, be prepared. There's going to be a lot of thunderstorm activity doing this. And if you'll see these dots here, Mandy Haley, I know you're watching up there. Y'all be prepared. You've got a lot of rain coming to the Wahala area. That's these points as we look at that. That's probably going to be about 25 minutes before it makes it to Wahala in those areas there. Let me see here what we've got. And the way this works, and it puts it there 21 minutes. I had it hidden. I didn't see it. 21 is what we're looking at. Wahala. Millington, you should have the storm in about 21 minutes. Calyx, you'll have it in about 28 minutes as you'll look at this. Now, this is going to be right coming toward that area of Bennsville out here as well. Y'all going to get the storm as it rolls through this area. A lot of rain coming out in Neshoba County. All right, Neshoba just had the thunderstorm warning dropped. That's good news. Still doesn't change the fact of all the rain and lightning that we're getting there, does it? As we look down here, we still got this warning that is going to last still at 7:15. So we got 15 and 7 added to that, about 23 minutes remaining on this right in that area right here around Collins. And we've also had a bunch of hail here. Now, as you'll see, we had some reports of things in equipment here, flash flooding, as we saw the video that we put out just a little bit ago of the streets of Clark County. Boy, that was some water, y'all. It just came down. We look at that all through there. Now, I'm sure that a few of you that are watching can testify of the water that a lot of you there on Main Street may have gotten it in some businesses inside there. Central and south central parts of the county is what we had there. Let's glance around. Let's do this. Let's make sure that we don't have any power outages there. Let's go to the state. Let's look here first. Let's do that. And let me flip over here so you can see that a little bit better. Tennessee, a lot of folks, 16,000 people are in Tennessee without power tonight if you're watching there. The state of Mississippi right now sitting at 1,200 people without power. Bama at 1,800. Let's click on this and just see what we've got here. Lauderdale, 0. Kemper, 0. That's good news in these areas here. We go down to Scott County. We had a thunderstorm warning there earlier, a quick one, about 26 people without power. We go down in here, Jones County, where we've been watching this area right along in here, 36, Lamar County, Jefferson, Davis, 84. They canceled the tornado warning there. We've got it still in this area right here. Jasper County, 0 without. So that shows us that the storm has not reached in there. And again, these severe thunderstorms can cause power outages. Don't forget that. It shakes these trees and they pop and fall. That gives us an insight to what's going on there across the county. And we look back here and it's absolutely 0 in Lauderdale County without any power outages as we look at these areas there. Wow, it's been a day, hasn't it? Possibly not over for us as we track these storms. I'm hearing thunder, and what I'm hearing here where I'm at. Okay. And let me see here. Let me pull this radar back up while I got a message that I'm going to need to share with you. Okay, we've just had a horrible accident. Mile marker 157 on I-20. It's a wreck. Hang on here. I'm reading as I get this. We have one person that has serious trauma, and we have one person who has just died in a wreck on I-20. That wreck happened at mile marker 157. We don't know what caused the wreck at this point. I'm just getting this as we're live here. So that is sad. I just don't know any other way to put it. We don't know the type vehicle or anything yet, but we do know that this is serious, and we've had them all afternoon. We had, this is going to be, let's go up here and talk about where this is. Let me pull this up so we can talk a little bit more about it. We've had several wrecks this afternoon as we followed these. 157. Let me get out here and show you exactly where that's going to be on the map. 157 is going to be just right on the outskirts of Meridian. This is going to be right, let's go here and take a look. This is going to be where you get on right here, 45. That's 39, the Highway 45 interchange, right here. This is where we've just had this accident here. Highway 45 to 157 is where we're finding out about this. Let me see. When we get more information on that, we'll pass it along. And what this tells us, these roads are wet, and it's tragic tonight. If you don't have to travel, stay at the house. This is, whew. As we do find out on that, I'll let you know as we know more about that as the accident unravels this evening. Some folks that will really need the power of prayer on this as we go through this. Let's go back up and just take a look here what we got going on in Kemper County. I'm getting conflicting reports on that. All right, I just got this in from the National Weather Service. A tornado warning has been issued until 7:15, and this is going to be Jones County. A few moments ago, radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located near Sanford, 11 miles west of Ellisville, moving at 30 miles an hour is what we've got. Let's go down and move radar to where y'all can see all this, where this is. This is here. Right here is this storm. We look at that, the 58 mile an hour shear winds with this just outside of the Ellisville area there. Again, this tornado warning continuing there. We also have Covington County getting a tornado warning. As you'll see that red mark right there. All right, I'm looking over everything that we've got. All right, that's canceled for Covington County. I read that wrong. Excuse me on that. Covington County has been canceled on that. Let's see what else we got coming in. All right, I did get the rest of what happened there on, this involved an 18-wheeler. It was a car and an 18-wheeler collided, and one confirmed person with trauma. The second person has lost their life in this wreck. Again, westbound lane that would be coming into Meridian is where this would be, where we mentioned this wreck westbound. These are, okay, I just got, about 15 minutes ago, we also have an accident with injuries on Highway 19. This would be located the 3000 block of Highway 19 vehicle in the woods with this also. So we're getting multiple wrecks, and hopefully no one is hurt with this one. There on Highway 19, as we get the information, it flows in tonight. Just looking over everything I get to make sure I cover everything that is happening there. All right, let's see here. Our big concern that weather-wise, what we're watching is this area down around Ellisville. We have serious wind coming in, and it's going to be approaching Laurel here in the next little bit. If you're watching from the Laurel, Mississippi area, hailing in Philadelphia, we're getting now a bunch of hail here also. Seminary, these areas here, this is a bad area right now at this point in time for weather. As we look at this light rain in Shibuya, but expect this to make its way on toward there in the next little bit. Kemper County getting some of the rest, some of the heaviest of rain that we've got on radar. Now, just as Josh, you mentioned this, hail, look at that radar picking this up all around here in Philadelphia now, that hail moving in. Y'all be careful if you've got a car. I highly suggest putting it under a carport if you've got one. They cost way too much money to have them beat up by hail, don't they? Raining hard. Bill tells us raining hard in DeKalb now, and that's right on top of this. Bill, this is almost at your house. As I look at this, the storm will be, it's raining hard, but 1 minute it will be on downtown DeKalb, the eye of the storm. And I know at this point you're going, it just doesn't matter. All right, as we look at this, nothing new. Thank you. Al text me some information on that. I do appreciate that also as we watch some of these roads throughout the area. And as always, if you know of something that is happening, post it there in these comments. Someone will know. Someone just asked about that, Leslie Lee, about Collinsville. This is going to be north of Collinsville. It's going to miss Collinsville. This is due north of there. We are showing some hail if you go up Highway 39 straight past the naval base. Let's go up and take a look at this. Let's turn on some locations and look at this. We got some hail showing up south of DeKalb now. Here's Blackwater Baptist Church. Let's put this on and tell how far this is from Blackwater. Let's go from the distance here from the church. This is going to be roughly 5 miles due north of Blackwater Baptist Church where the hail starts. So in that range there, right here sits the Sam Dale Monument. So that would put it due north of there. Let's turn that off and clear that distance tool there. Now again, we're in a lot better shape than we were. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch for the entire area until midnight. And we're showing this rain just pouring here. You were asking, I had somebody ask about the storm that is due south of us down in Ellisville. It's moving to the northeast, if you'll look at this. And let me turn this back on for everybody to take a peek. Here's the storm here, and let's put this in motion as radar makes its way across here. Now, see, as you'll see here, this storm that is here will move northeasterly into southern Clark County eventually. Now, that does not mean that the tornado warning will come with it. It means that we're going to get rain for sure. Should this keep it up, it could, but too far out to say that it will continue as this. It may just be rain by the time it reaches there. And we do hope that it fades away here in a minute. But this is starting to be a very serious storm as we look at Ellisville. And let's go back down here and look at this of what we've got. We're looking at 69 mile an hour shear winds on this. Now, this is going to be moving in if you're watching us south of here. Look at this. Here's Ellisville downtown. I have not got on. Let's show you here where there's Jones Junior College, and this is headed directly toward that area. So if you've got kids that go to Jones Junior College, call them, let them know to seek shelter on this now. We don't need to wait around. This is serious. 69 mile an hour shear winds. This is ranked out of a 1 to 10 scale, being at a 4.4. Doesn't mean that it can't do damage. It's in the air is what this is. It's not on the ground. But still, with that being said, it causes a lot of damage. And they can dip down within a split second and cause major damage. All right, what are we getting here from... let me go over here and read what the National Weather Service... All right, we had some damage in Marion County, Mississippi. They had some damage to a substation there. Let's see, a severe thunderstorm, Adams County, until 7:15. You're watching that very... I'm reading all of this at the same time. As what we've got here, and we're watching a severe thunderstorm warning will impact portions of southwestern Knoxville County. And what they're talking about, let's back out here, what the National Weather Service is telling us as we move across here. Let me get back over here to the map where y'all can see what I'm talking about here. As we come up here, and this is what the National Weather Service is talking about. This storm, as it moves across Kemper County, is going to be heading into here. This is going to be affecting southwestern Knoxville County, northwestern Kemper County, southeastern Winston, northern through about 7:45. So you've got about another 30 minutes with these storms here, and all of this area here coming out of Neshoba County. This is going to be a double whammy for Neshoba County. They're following this right here, and it's going to cut across through there. As we look at Kemper County, we've got 3 storms that are corrupting the county at this point. Highway 16 is not where you need to be now driving at all. No. And Stacy wanted to know about Collinsville. Hell, nope, it's not anywhere near that right now. We don't have any rain moving toward there. It's all north of you. Let's zoom in on Kemper, and we're going to look at Neshoba County all in one whop here. Now, this is a storm. If y'all know, just north of the 4-way stop in Scuba, this is going to be up here about where McDade's store used to be. This is where the eye of the storm is sitting. It is headed toward Bennsville. It will be at Bennsville in 16 minutes as it makes its way out here toward White Horse Mountain. The eye of the storm has moved across the 4-way stop, and again, right out there just east of there where the Briggs used to own that, where they've got that land right there, across from there, makes its way in that direction toward Millington and out toward Bennsville, the United Methodist Church there. Heavy rain at Scuba Tech right now. If you're anywhere on campus, it's pouring rain, and you just hardly can't. Bill, you can tell us, you're watching there from the DeKalb area. It's going to be bad all the way. When you start to go up the hill there, Sickanotchee Hill, it's bad. It will lighten up a little bit after you get past West Kemper and past the hospital. It's still heavy, and you will get into another round as you get out of here just west of town as you make your way toward Philadelphia. By the time you reach Cleveland, you can't hardly see there, and you've got another storm that is going to cross Highway 16 and come in between the hospital and between Kemper Lake. This is going to be at Bloomfield within 25 minutes, and Bloomfield just to the other side of the road there. Hang on just a second. I'm going to let y'all look at radar. As we were waiting there, let's go back here, and we have more bad news tonight. As we go Highway 19 south, the 3000 block of Highway 19 south. I just spoke with Sheriff Billy Solly, and we have another confirmed death. We've had another wreck. Mississippi Highway Patrol is working another wreck where someone was killed. So we have had 2 deaths tonight on our roads as we watch this. Just so sad. I don't know how to even address things of this nature tonight, but 2 deaths on Mississippi highways. We've had one there at the I-20 157 mile marker, and then now another wreck on Highway 19. And this was the, let me pull this back up. I've got a little bit more information I think I can share on this. Yeah, Highway 19 South. The car went off the road. I do believe it is a single vehicle accident where the car went off the road and into the woods. Most likely this is going to be some type of trauma involved with that. I can't urge you enough. If you're watching us, just stay off the roads for a little while. The roads are slick and just causing havoc here throughout the area. Whoa, we hadn't had a night like this in quite a while. I was just now talking with Clayton Cobbler. He is confirming all of what we have just said of the 2 deaths that have happened here. I hope we don't have to have another one of these to even talk about. Vicki, thank you for watching. We appreciate that. The Mississippi Highway Patrol, all of our folks that are out tonight I just got a picture, and this is not anything bad by any means. Where I got pictures of traffic blocked. We'll get that posted just to let you show. This is going to be near Camp Bonacci is where the traffic, if you're traveling 19, let's turn this on here where you can see this. Right along here is where that wreck is going to be here in the 3000 block of Highway 19. We've got one there, and again, the Mississippi Highway Patrol working these. Both of these are state highways as they watch that. Again, as you can tell, it's not pouring rain there, but our roads are very slick. And if you were watching earlier today when we were posting all the information on I-20, we had about 6 wrecks happen in a very short time coming into Meridian, right through here, and it had an oil slick on the road. Can these cause these wrecks? They absolutely can. We had no major serious injuries with these. We had a camper that was totally destroyed earlier. As we look at that now, I haven't. Let's since we're talking with everybody that's going on, let me send a message, and let's check out Neshoba County. We're going to see what's going on in Neshoba County, make sure all is safe in that area also. All right, let me see here. Let me get my bearings straight of what we've got going on here. Let me go back over here and check what we've got on weather. What I'm learning is this tornado warning that we've got to the south of us in Ellisville is still strong, very strong, as I look at the comments that are coming in of people that are watching the weather across our area. This is rough up here now, eastern Kemper County. This is very strong at this point of what we're looking at. All right, we're hearing from... Okay, we're getting word, and I don't know where, Kemper County has a pretty serious wreck also. Let's see here. We'll see if we can get some information on that. Kemper County, we're also learning, has a pretty serious wreck. Again, if you have children, anybody that lives in this Laurel, Hattiesburg area, Jones Junior College, you need to seek shelter immediately. This is a tornado warning going until 8:15. This has been extended as it cuts across the county and moves eastward. Okay. This cannot be confirmed of what I'm getting. We're checking on it to see more, but there is possibly, let's move up here, Kemper County, of where this is. We're learning that there is a wreck possibly in between Scuba and DeKalb on Highway 16 is what I'm being told. Not 100%. I'm trying to get that verified with the Sheriff's Department of where the wreck is. As soon as we do, I'll find out more. Let me send, let's check on this. Okay, as soon as I get some more answers about this right in this area here about a possible wreck, we'll get that out to you as well. Hopefully no serious, no life-threatening is what we're hoping, but we do know that there has been some type of wreck, and it's being worded to me that it was bad. That's all we know at this point. Let's see here. Bill says a lot of thunder is shaking the building there, his house there in the last few moments there. Lynn, how are you doing? Appreciate y'all watching in Kemper County there. Okay. All right, I got in just a little bit of information then from Kemper County. Not 100% confirmed, but this will make the third person tonight. We're looking at this wreck here. Possibly one person deceased in this wreck as well here. We're learning that that person was ejected from the vehicle. Looks like possibly 3 to 4 of the people were in the car with them. One person ejected. That is a possible death as well tonight. Let me see what else I can find out. We'll get confirmations as we go along with this. This has been a very I don't know how to say the words here. A very horrible night for deaths of 3 people from our communities. And again, we're leaning towards this wreck on 16 being a death as well. We will know just a little bit more. I've sent tracking down all of this. The people that I'm getting this information from is pretty reliable, and I just want to get 110% confirmation on that as we look at this. Now let's glance back here and let's look at radar of all that we've got going on. Our big concern is apparently travel tonight. If you don't have to be out, let's stay at home. We've had way too many wrecks going on. Okay, I know where the wreck is now, for sure. The wreck is going to be right outside of DeKalb. Let's go here to the roadside park. Everyone know where East Mississippi Sportsman Hunting Association is there? It's going to put it right here is Townsend Road. This would put that wreck along about right here. This would be just over here. You come down Sickanotchee, and it would be just over that hill is where that wreck is. As I check with that, it is not 100% on this of a death in that. They're checking on this now, so So let's pray as we get this information. The DeKalb Volunteer Department is there at the scene. One person has been ejected from the vehicle. We have one person trapped inside of the car as the volunteer fire departments try to get them out. It is not a good situation for sure with what we've got going on. As we said, we'll get more information on this wreck there, but very much leaning horrible here. As we have 2 confirmed, possibly a third involved in this wreck. It is as the officials that call that there said he hasn't 100% been notified of that. So there's still hope there. So let's keep on that. We do not know the type of vehicles at this point that was involved in this. We'll get you more information on that as it comes about. We've reached out to the Sheriff's Department in Kemper County. Maybe we can get some more information on that as well. Bennsville. Let's move around and look at a few things that are going on as we look at all that is happening tonight. Bennsville area in Kemper County getting poured on. As we follow this back down to Giles, Mississippi, all the way into Scuba. Heavy rain, and it's where they're working this wreck. Awful rain there. This is going to go all the way up Highway 39. Highway 39 dangerous as well out of DeKalb for you to be traveling tonight. If you're going to be traveling 397 out past Kemper Lake, anywhere in that area, up toward Linville, hold off. Wait a little while. We go back over here to Neshoba County, and let's look at this. This is a lot of rain still coming down over the city. Highway 16. It's not going to be far past the casinos. It'll stop raining. This is moving northeasterly. We have, let's go back in here so I can read some roads to you here of what we've got going on here. Highway 21. Here's the Neshoba County Coliseum out on 21 just east of there. We got a storm that's making its way toward Bogue Chitto. It'll be there in about 21 minutes and reach Nanawaya within 26 minutes and Coy within 28 minutes. Prince Chapel, you'll also be involved in that storm in a little while. As we look at that, the scale of that storm is not near what these others were. This is about half the sheer winds and rate of the storm that was a while ago. And, of course, there's Bogue Chitto right there, a storm just north of there where the school is. This will reach Coy and Preston within 14 minutes. All right, let's back down and let's go down and look at this. A lot of hail again we had in Walnut Grove area, but we still have this, what I call a nasty gram going on down in Jones County. This tornado warning still in effect until 8:15. Nothing new. Ellisville, let's see here. 7:22. At 7:22, the severe thunderstorm capable of producing the tornado was located over Ellisville. So it is right on top of Ellisville right now. As you'll look at this, that pinpoints it right there where, according to the National Weather Service, this all lines up of what we've got. This is going to be just to the northeast of here. It's on top of Highway 590 is where this is. This is going to be headed toward Pecan Grove, toward Glade, Antioch, within 20 minutes. If you live in these areas, you know exactly what we've got here. Several storms here. Here's a second line of this. It will be at Walters and the Powers community in 19 minutes. 69-mile-an-hour shear winds, and this is clocking right at a 5 out of 10. So it's in the clouds, has that capability, as radar indicated, has the capability of touching down at any given point. We've got a lot of lightning happening here. Y'all be ready for this. Again, the eye of these storms are going to be just south of there, but the rain pouring into the Laurel area. You are under a warned area in the city limits of Laurel. I don't want you to think because it has its here that can happen there as well. Now, if you watch the track of this is going to be coming on crossing Highway 84, and then will make its way right on into Clark County. Now, we do not have a warning for this area just yet. We're watching it. Hopefully, this will die down and go away in the next little bit. We certainly hope so. All right, no new updates. checking back on that. Now, if you're just tuning in, this is you're just joining the broadcast tonight. We've had a lot of accidents tonight. We have had an accident on I-20 at the mile marker 147. A death has occurred in it. We have had a wreck on Highway 19 South near Camp Bonacci. Traffic backed up as there's another death there. We've had ejections in several of these wrecks, which can cause trauma and deaths. So that's where we're at. We've also got a horrible wreck near the old roadside park near East Mississippi Sportsman Association on Highway 16 in Kemper County. That's in between DeKalb and Scuba. A horrible wreck. One person is trapped. One person has been ejected. Possibly could lead to a horrifying end in that one. We'll know more about that wreck here in a little while. I had somebody, Gina, want to know what the purple is. The purple on the radar is hail, is what that is. That's where we've had hail come through these areas, right there. We'll turn that off so that won't throw everybody off. We'll check back on it every once in a while as we look at this. Let's look at our wind of what we've got going on. This is our damaging wind factor. And as you'll look at this all around Laurel, we've got it. East of Quitman, we've got a lot of wind right now howling. In Kemper County and through the Philadelphia area, tons of that occurring there right now. So a lot of wind. Definitely not a night to have your garbage cans floating around everywhere. Be careful in those. Now, this is starting to ease out of Kemper County, and this is going to be just north of here, just past Geiger as you're going up here. Let's look at this area here. 7:14, that was about 15 minutes ago. 7:20, we're looking at our lightning if you're looking at these. And all of these, if you see these little squiggly marks, this is lightning that has actually struck the ground. Radar picks it up as a strike. So in between there and Scuba, we're starting to see a break right here, finally, where that accident is to where they can work without being dumped on the rain right there. This is going to be crossing 17 as it comes out of Kemper County across that line. Sugarlock, y'all have got a line of storms that is headed in your direction. Sugarlock, y'all be prepared for that. This is going to be coming out of the western side of Kemper your way. We've got some rains off of 39 that will come into the Sugarlock area as well, but your storms are making their way on this side, and it will be at Sugarlock within 27 minutes there at the mill. We've got a lot of little storms that are popping up here in northern Neshoba County as we watch this. Stark Vegas, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now that is occurring there. In that area there, Griffith, Mississippi, all in that area. And this is going to be west of Starkville, northwest of there, but still in Oktibbeha County is where that is. And there's a lot of rain involved with that. Eupora is right here. We had mentioned earlier tonight of the Eupora area, earlier substation getting some damage there. A tree that knocked down a power line on Highway 9. Let me go back up here. They're saying hail potential, as I look at the different things that are going on and follow these down in let me back this out where we can see all this together. The hail potential has gained strength here as we look at this storm here south of town. And if you're watching this, and depending upon what you're watching this on, if you're watching it on a tablet, maybe you've thrown this up on your television, maybe you're just watching it from your iPhone or your Samsung. To give you some relations, Jackson, Mississippi here, Meridian is here, Quitman here, and this is just to the southwest of Quitman, this tornado warning there. It goes right up to the line there near Heidelberg. This is until 8:30, 8:15, so that gives us 45 minutes on this tornado warning. And if you've watched this started back down here at Seminary and has slowly made its way across here and still has not expired. It is a smaller area now. As we look at this, is on the other side of Ellisville. A lot of rain still there at Ellisville. right over the top of Laurel as we look at this, headed toward the Powers area. It'll be there in 6 minutes. Mount Olive, you'll have the storm in 12 minutes as we watch them. Now, another line on the front edge of this storm as it makes its way, this is going to cross 84 and go just south of Shibuya, this first one. This one here that's at Laurel is directly headed for the Shibuya area. As we look here, the second one, the front edge of this storm will be at Mill Creek. That's going to be right across the line there in Wayne County. Pleasant Grove, it will reach you in 7 minutes is what we've got on radar as we watch these tornado warnings across the state and area. Let's make sure we don't have anything else that is developed. We do have some thunderstorm warnings that are starting to pop up down in these areas here. Here's Brookhaven. It's going to be west of there. Vicksburg here. Hazelhurst, these areas here. What we have, severe thunderstorm warning for Adams County, and this is the Natchez, Mississippi area as we look at this. Still no updates, anything else on Kemper at this point. We still have officials working that area. So no new data, however we want to word that at this exact moment. Let me look back over the comments of what we've had coming in. I haven't glanced over here enough in the last little bit. LaWanda says that Highway 16 is closed until further notice, so you cannot travel from DeKalb to Scuba. That is shut down. LaWanda, keep us posted there if you've got connections that are keeping up with this. Melinda, she also said that Kemper County just sent out that county-wide text that is closed east of near the landfill there. And that is right there where the wreck is. There, right by where the old roadside park used to be. Got closed down. So y'all be careful anywhere there. Shut down. You can't travel it. That means that this is a lot more serious wreck than we were banking on there. Now, let me glance up at some other comments that we've got here as we look at this. Again, y'all remember that Kemper County, the road is shut down, Highway 16 at this point. As we go up, coal plant, Jason Hudnall says the rain has moved out of there. And as we see that on radar, that's going to be this section right here. It is clear. Gainesville. I don't know about Gainesville. Here's Gainesville, Alabama. As we look at this, there's some light showers there, but the heaviest of this stuff, Joyce, is going to go north of you. So if you're there, you're going to be all right on that. Let's turn this on to show you how this works. That storm there going due north of there. We've had some storms go below, and the bad stuff will go north of you at this point. All right, let's move up. We talked about the purple. All right. Linda Shoemaker checking on Donna. Check on everybody in the Scuba area. Okay, I don't see any new comments that deal with those areas there. Vinville, Causeyville, just that came in there. All good. No rain anywhere near that at this point. Now, should something here develop and go further north, we'll keep you posted on that. What we're watching now, Clark County. Y'all have a heads up. We don't have any warnings for you yet. Not really any rain there, but we do have something developing south of there at this point. I got the actual text sent to me from Kemper County. Highway 16 East is currently closed to all traffic until further notice. The closure is just east of the landfill, and that puts it right where we were talking about where this wreck is. I don't think, again, we do know that one person is trapped in the car. The volunteer fire department's been working on that one person who was ejected in that wreck. We're leaning toward the person ejected being the one that could possibly be in the most serious condition there. A lot going on with that. And eventually we will get more information on this wreck. A lot of times it's quick, it's clear, you know exactly what went on. Communication with the weather the way it is has been kind of slow coming out of that. Everybody there is elbows trying to get the work done. We watch this. All right, we see now that we have. They're not at this point going to issue a tornado warning. It looks like they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning for Wayne County as this moves across. That's good news. It means that this storm is losing its punch. We like that. Falling down, can't ask for anything any better than that. Now, what we've got here just east of Scuba, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning now that has been issued here. Severe until 8:30 as we pull this up. Southern Pickens, northwestern Greene County, and northwestern Sumter County until 8:30. They're going to drag that out across there. Ping pong size hail. And they're saying that it could possibly have about 60-mile-an-hour gust included with this. So that's what's come across Kemper County. And it's shocking that there was never a warning issued for Kemper County, because this was one of those, regardless of whether they issued it or not, this was well worth following on radar and talking about tonight. Sometimes we have those to where, for whatever reason, the National Weather Service never issues a warning, but it's just as bad as if there was one. And fortunately, here on this side, we haven't had. If you'll notice on this particular radar system, as I use this, if you ever see the swirls that come up, we don't have any on radar right now showing anywhere in our area. But 9 out of 10 times whenever we have that on radar, there's usually going to be damage in that area where we see that. And generally that means it's straight line winds coming off of that, especially if there's not a warning issued with it. I've seen it over and over on the course of using this system. But we're fortunate on that. Now, the good news is we've got this narrowed down, this tornado warning. Let's go here. Now, east of Laurel is what we're looking at. Let's talk about you folks here that have this tornado warning here. This is Highway 15 here that travels up through this area here where it crosses. Orange Drive, 15, where it crosses there, the intersection. Lower Myrick Road. The storm is, the eye of this is getting ready to cross that. This will be at Myrick at 8 minutes, Mill Creek in Pleasant Grove within 19 minutes. Y'all seek shelter in that area there. That's where the storm is headed there. Highway 84 as it crosses in to Wayne County right there. This is going to be just south of Shibuda as we see here, and hopefully this is going to fade away here in the next few moments. It runs until 8:15. This warning here, which is a severe thunderstorm warning, will go until 8:15. So maybe all of that will pass out at the same time. Laurel still getting a lot of rain downtown, but the eye of the storm has moved past Laurel, so that is the good news on that. All right, as we look back over here on the west side of the state, down here around Natchez, we're getting a lot of rain and thunderstorm warnings starting to pop up. Could this, now keep in mind with what we've got going on right now, this pink area, which covers a large portion of the state. Let me turn this off where you can see this. Let's turn off radar where you can see this really good. All of this pink area, and that's from West Point, Mississippi, all the way down to Hattiesburg. This is a severe thunderstorm watched area until midnight. So as this fades away, we can have more with these storms that are developing out of this area here. You see where Natchez is right there? It's been kind of hard to see because it's had so much rain on top of it. But all of this, we have the potential for severe thunderstorm warnings until midnight. Now, as you'll see here, although this is not a tornado, as you look right here, this is a tornado watch. The yellow is a tornado watch. Not one over here, is it? But we still have a tornado warning there just east of Laurel. It shows you how quickly Mother Nature has her own plans and develops her own thing. As we'll see here, right over here on the eastern side of Alabama, we've had some damage there. 15 to 20 trees down along Sullivan Road. Tornado touched down there. It's going to be right across the Georgia line. I read that wrong. That's right. Yeah, there's the line there. That's right across the Georgia line. These are these storms that move through Montgomery and through Auburn, and we have had a confirmed touchdown there also. Let me see here. All right, we got 1-inch hail, Highway 15 south of Laurel. We're getting confirmation on that. We have tree limbs that have been Jones County. Tree limbs, 5-inch tree limbs have snapped and trash cans have been displaced, thrown, is what we're being told in this area right here. So that's a pretty strong wind to do that. Let's turn this back on so you can see the radar there. Heavy stuff there, wind and all coming down. We're watching it closely. Let's go back up in here. Everybody that is due north of Scuba, pay attention. Philadelphia, northern Neshoba County, we got a lot going on there also. Let's turn on our locations. This is nearing Sugarlock. Here's Sugarlock right here. Here's the Dollar General. This is going to be right on top as we come along here on Highway 21. Y'all see how close this is to Sugarlock. Now, the eye of the storm is going to go due north of there, but as we turn this on, as you'll see here, here's the mill is going to be in the eye of this. Sugarlock Lumber Company, y'all are going to be in the eye of the storm as it comes across here, and it will reach Macon within half an hour as we follow all this. All right, let me see here. Okay, I have confirmed as we go back down here to this wreck in Kemper County, it is 100% confirmed now that there is a death there. That makes 3 deaths 100% sure tonight. We just confirmed that with the Kemper County Coroner, and I was speaking with the Kemper County Sheriff's Department. And again, I apologize when we're live like this. I have to take a moment. I can't talk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I'll end up typing something totally different that we won't find out the information. But as we go back to the breaking news, that's 3 people that have died on Mississippi highways in our little area tonight. Again, that person ejected from the vehicle lost their life. Highway 16 is shut down right now. And as we see, thank goodness the rain has cleared for these emergency workers that are working this wreck to do their job. Big thank you to them for what they do. The storms have moved north and east of their Highway 45. This is going to put us about where the Warehouser is, right along there where the pole mill is now. All of this rain in this area here stretching out past Lover's Lane out to Giles, Mississippi, about where the cemetery is where that heavy rain is, and then it goes back and follows Sunflower Road in this area here. And all this area back in here, White Horse Mountain, pouring rain north of Geiger, Alabama on Highway 17. Y'all just hang out right there around where the car wash is there in Geiger. Wait a little while before you drive north. We've got a lot of rain back to the west as we go over here to Neshoba County. Burnside Park, pouring rain as you go out of there, Highway 15, making your way toward Noxapater. Not much going on in Winston County, but as we get up here, right here in the southeastern corner of Winston, Kemper, Noxubee County, there at the Indian Mound, there's a lot of rain there. J&S, Nanawaya Pit Stop. We got a little rain back over there at J&S, but not what we have over here. A lot of lightning still happening here. And this storm, as it moves out of Kemper County and cuts across, is going to split right between Macon and Sugarlock, where the eye of that is going to go. Be careful in those areas. We definitely don't need any other bad news tonight, do we? This has been one of those nights of just on and on and on of just tragic news. We have right here again, we're watching this. This is going to carry us through 8:15. So we've got 30 more minutes remaining on that. We're going to watch this. I'm going to break the live broadcast, and we're going to check in. I'm going to go back and check in with all of our agencies and see what else we can find out of what has happened over the last few moments. Let's just check here at Mississippi Power and these areas here, our power across the state. We're still good throughout Lauderdale County in these areas here. Let's look at Kemper County. We got 2 out in Kemper County. That's not bad for as much weather that has rolled through that area, through the Kemper County area. A lot has there. We'll look here at EMEPA. Everybody, all systems up and running there with EMEPA tonight. There's right there, there's those 2 that we mentioned in the state of Mississippi. This is going to be on Mount Harmony Road is where that is. We'll keep you posted with everything that is going on. Thank y'all for joining us. We're going to watch this warning that is due south of us down in Wayne County, just west of Wayne County here in the Laurel, Mississippi areas. We pulled that back up for you to see that. We're watching this. That expires at 8:15. Should this become something more, we'll go back live with this. And I'm going to speak with our officials of what we've got and all that's gone on, and we'll get some post up and get everybody some information out. Thank you again for joining us. Very kind. We appreciate each and every one of you that join us when we go live to let you know what's going on in the communities. God bless, and we'll be back as we continue coverage of the Scotty Ray Report.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: